Hi guys, I'm your girlfriend now, and I'm about to expose a secret most men will never hear from a woman's mouth. We make the first move all the time, but only for a certain kind of man. Give me the next few minutes and I'll tell you how to join that class of men that never have to chase. Most men chase a woman into boredom. They give her all the attention, all the validation, all the effort, and then wonder why she never initiates anything. They complain women never text first, never plan, never make the first move, yet they've trained her to sit back and let him do everything. Here's the truth. Understand how attraction works, and you'll never have to beg for scraps of attention. You'll have women making the first move, texting you first, finding excuses to be around you, sometimes even fighting for your attention. If you want to learn how to ingrain these qualities in your psyche so it just becomes second nature, grab my book, Attraction Secrets. It's filled with strategies that make a woman invest more into you without you lifting a finger. The link is in the description. Now, here's the reality. A woman initiates with you when she feels both a mix of intrigue and uncertainty about you. That exact combination is what flips her from passive into active. It's what pulls her out of her comfort zone and pushes her to pursue. So here's exactly how you do it, step by step. Number one, stop rewarding passive energy. A lot of guys kill a woman's initiative without even realizing it. If she takes hours to reply, they still text back instantly. If she puts in minimal effort, they'll shower her with attention like she's a prize. Psychology calls this overcompensation. The more you give without her earning it, the less urgency she feels to act. Humans are energy conserving creatures, meaning we naturally want to put in the least energy possible. So if she's getting all the benefits without putting anything in, she'll keep doing nothing. Here's the fix. When she's engaged, she gets your presence. When she's not, she'll feel your absence. This creates a contrast effect in her brain. When you're there, it feels valuable. When you're gone, it feels noticeable. And that discomfort is what drives her to take action. For example, if she sends you a one-word "hey" after disappearing for days, you don't write a long reply or answer super fast. You keep it calm and take your time. "Hey, what's up?" And then you disengage. The next time, she'll try harder because she realizes the bare minimum effort doesn't hold your attention or impress you. Number two, create the open loop that triggers pursuit. Humans are wired to seek closure. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik effect. I go very deep into this in my book, Attraction Secrets, but basically the brain is wired to want to finish what it starts. And when she can't finish something with you, she cannot stop thinking about you. So when you meet or talk to a woman, don't dump your entire life story into one sitting. You leave small gaps. You create curiosity, a confident smile before walking away, a compliment without asking for her number, a text that ends just before the conversation feels finished. These moments leave her wondering, why didn't he chase me? What's his deal? Is he even interested in me? That mental tension builds over time, and usually she'll initiate things with you just to get the answers. Number three, use micro flirtation, then pull back. If you give her constant, unbroken validation, there's no mystery left to solve. So instead, you use short bursts of flirtation, what I like to call micro flirtation. A confident compliment, a quick smile, leaning in close enough for her to feel your presence. Then you pull back and shift the conversation to something non-flirtatious. This is intermittent reinforcement. Her brain gets a dopamine spike from your attention, then feels the drop when you disengage. That creates craving, and craving drives pursuit. For example, you say, "That dress is dangerous." Then you smirk and immediately start talking about something casual like a movie or work or something. She's left thinking, wait, what was that? Now she's looking for the next hit of that feeling. Number four, make her earn your availability. High quality men are not accessible on demand. If you're instantly available every single time she calls or texts or hints at some plans, she will never feel urgency. Your time is the most valuable currency. It's the one thing you can never get any more of. So when you give it away freely, it loses its perceived worth. Humans value what's scarce, and that's not just a saying, it's biology. The brain's reward system responds stronger when something is both desirable and uncertain. That's why exclusive events and clubs feel exciting, why rare items are chased after, and why a man whose time isn't always available becomes magnetic. Here's how to apply it. If she texts asking if you're free tonight, but you haven't seen her make any effort recently, you don't instantly clear your schedule. You reply later, maybe even the next day, with something like, "Was busy last night, what's up?" This reinforces the idea that she needs to secure your time in advance. Picture this. She messages you last minute saying, "You should come hang out," and you've barely heard from her all week. You can respond with, "Would have been fun, but I'm tied up tonight. Give me a heads up next time and I'll see what I can do." That line keeps it cordial, but forces her to realize that she has to plan ahead if she wants your time. On the flip side, if she surprises you with something thoughtful, like buying tickets to a game she knows you'll enjoy, you reward that effort by showing up, enjoying it with her, and letting her see that her effort gets noticed. When she realizes your attention isn't a tap she can turn on and off, she'll start trying to lock in your time before someone else does. And when she starts doing that, that's her way of making the first move. Number 5, plant the seed of action. A lot of women would take the first step with you if they felt safe doing it. Many women hesitate because they don't want to be judged or appear desperate. This is where you strategically give her permission without actually chasing her. Light, casual suggestions work best. You should text me when you're free. Next time I see you, you owe me a drink. If you're ever at blank place and see me, don't hesitate to say hi. These statements plant an idea in her mind, and because it came from you in a relaxed, confident way, she feels comfortable acting on it because you gave her permission to. Here's a couple of scenarios. You're talking to her at a bar and she mentions a new taco place that she's been wanting to try. You smirk and say, text me when you're free. I might take you there. It's easy, it flips the script, and now she has a clear, pressure-free reason to make the first move later by texting, so when are we doing tacos? Or let's say you meet her at a networking event, talk for 10 minutes, and she says, I love working out. You respond, if you're serious, let's meet up at your favorite gym, but only if you think you can keep up with me. This creates a challenge and makes her feel like initiating plans will be welcomed, not rejected. The psychology behind this is you're removing the fear of rejection before she even acts. It tells her, if you initiate, it's welcomed. And once she feels that door is open, she'll step through it, usually sooner than you even expect. Number 6, hold composure in high stress moments. This is one of the biggest mistakes men make. The second a woman shows interest, they blow it by overreacting. She hangs around you, she touches your arm, she leans in while you're talking. Most men jump at it. They make it obvious they've been waiting for this moment, like it's their only chance. This kills the dynamic. Instead, you stay calm. You enjoy it, but you don't need it. That calmness screams pre-selection. You've experienced female interest before, and it's not a once-in-a-lifetime thing for you. Here's what that looks like. You're at a party and she sits right next to you, even though there are plenty of other open seats. A lot of guys would start giving her their full attention. Instead, you acknowledge her, exchange a few lines, then turn slightly to talk to your friend next to you. You've made her presence feel welcomed, but not the center of your world. And now she's wondering how to pull more of your attention back to her. Women pick up on this instantly, and it triggers their competitive drive because now she's not just giving you attention, she's trying to get more of yours in return. She'll escalate, hunting for ways to be closer and win your full attention. Number 7, don't over-validate too soon. Attractive women are flooded with compliments daily, online, in person, even from men they don't know. Most of it feels generic, throwaway, and meaningless really. What they're not used to is having to earn a compliment. When you hold back validation until she invests in you first, whether that's through effort, energy, or a genuine connection, your words land differently. They feel real, they carry weight. Here's what I mean. Let's say she goes out of her way to see you, changes plans to spend time with you, or actually initiates contact. Then you acknowledge her by saying something like, you look really great tonight. That single compliment now becomes a reward tied to her effort. Or you meet a woman for the first time and she's clearly dressed up, but you don't immediately comment on it. Instead, you have a full conversation, get to know her, and only later, once she's been laughing and engaging with you, you say, by the way, you look incredible tonight. That delayed timing makes it sink deeper. And here's the thing, once she associates your approval with her investment, she'll subconsciously start looking for ways to earn the next one. And that's where the power shifts. Because here's the part 99% of guys miss. They think the game ends once she initiates. They treat it like they've won and can now relax. But that's how you lose momentum. When she kicks things off or initiating like physical contact, whether that's texting first, planning a date, your response sets the tone for everything that follows. Here's how to do this flawlessly. Rule number 1, match or slightly undermatch her energy. If she texts first, don't act like you've been waiting by the phone. Respond in a way that acknowledges her, but still shows that you're in control of your attention. Rule number 2, reward without over rewarding. When she plans something for you, show appreciation, but keep the mindset that you're still in control. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate it. This reinforces her effort without making her feel like she's secured you. Rule number 3, keep a little mystery. Once she feels certain she's got you, her pursuit is gonna naturally slow down. The key is to give her wins while still leaving a part of you she hasn't fully unlocked. Here's an example that encompasses all 3 of these rules. Let's say she texts you, I got us tickets to that band you mentioned. Take a minute to answer, then respond back with, you didn't have to do that, but I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you. And then shift the conversation to something else, keeping your values stable and your presence centered. Essentially, I want you guys to remember this. Women who make the first move often do it in 3 different stages. Number 1, testing the waters. This is a low investment move, like a quick text or a light touch. Number 2, securing your attention. This is planning something, buying something, or going out of her way to see you. And number 3, deep pursuit. This is initiating consistent contact, escalating physically, or actively competing for your attention. Your job is to recognize which stage she's in and respond in a way that keeps her moving forward, not plateauing. This balance keeps her motivated, it keeps her initiating, it keeps the dynamic alive. And if you want the exact formula for keeping that momentum going for months, even years, that's exactly what I teach in Attraction Secrets. Because getting a woman to make the first move is just the start. Keeping her doing it is where the real power lies. The link is in the description. So with that being said, until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.